Hey there, fellow explorer, and welcome to a special Espirito edition of the Deep Dive.
Espirito.
Yeah, Espirito Deep, you could say.
I like that.
You know, it's Italian for expert. Right. Diving in today, folks. Getting ready for a deep dive into something really spectacular. We're talking Holi, the Hindu festival.
Holy.
Bursting with color. I mean, just the imagery alone is incredible.
Oh, yeah. Joy, renewal. It's got it all.
Right.
And what we have is a really interesting collection of perspectives to try to get to the heart of what makes this so special.
It's a lot more than just a visual spectacle. It really is.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you think about it, right? It's marking spring, the transition. It's that feeling of, shaking off the old.
New beginnings.
Yeah, fresh start. And, the triumph of good over evil. I mean, that's such a universal, human desire, isn't it?
That is. And it really is a unifying force.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're going to get into the origins of this exuberance, I guess you could call it. But there are a couple of stories that our sources highlight as foundational.
Yeah, definitely.
Where does this tradition really start?
Okay, so one of the most well-known stories, and it's really stuck around, is the one about Holika and Prahlad. So the story goes, there was this demon king, Hiranyakashipu, who, got a little power hungry.
Of course.
Demanded everyone worship him.
Ah, the classic.
But his son, Prahlad, was like, nope, not doing that. I'm devoted to Lord Vishnu.
I'm guessing that did not go over very well with dear old dad.
Yeah, not so much. So the king, furious, right? He enlists his sister, Holika. Now, she was believed to be immune to fire.
Oh.
And the plan, it was bad. They were going to sit on this huge pyre together. She was supposed to be protected, obviously.
Right.
And, Prahlad would be,
Toasted.
Yeah. But Prahlad's devotion to Vishnu, it's powerful stuff. It protected him.
Really?
Yeah, and the flames, they consumed Holika instead.
Wow.
So it's seen as this huge symbolic victory, good over evil, and it's commemorated directly, actually, with the Holika Dahan, the bonfires on the eve of Holi.
It's a powerful, powerful visual, right? I mean, that image.
Oh, absolutely.
And then there's that other key narrative, the one that brings in this more playful, element of divine interaction.
Right.
Krishna and Radha.
Yeah, Lord Krishna and Radha. That adds a whole other dimension to the festival, this kind of lightheartedness. Krishna, always the prankster, would playfully color Radha and the gopis, those are the cowherd girls, with colored water.
Oh, I see. So that's where that comes from.
It's reflected in the way people celebrate Holi today. Just throwing color everywhere, having fun with it.
So it's interesting. From those deep, mythological foundations, the actual celebration, it unfolds over 2 days.
Right. 2 very distinct days.
Each with its own character.
Yeah.
What does each day typically involve?
So the first day, we talked about it a bit, Holika Dahan, happens after sunset. Big bonfires. They build these effigies of Holika, usually wood and, stuff that burns.
Right.
And they burn them. Represents the destruction of all that's negative. And it's such a community event. Everyone's around the fire singing. There are these traditional rituals, praying for peace, prosperity,
It's almost like this moment of reflection before the, explosion of the next day.
Exactly. And then comes day 2, Rangwali Holi, or sometimes it's called Dulandi.
Okay.
This is it, the color day. All bets are off, pure joy. The streets, parks, anywhere really, it all becomes this canvas for color.
I've seen pictures. It's incredible.
It's amazing. And everyone's involved, young, old, doesn't matter, chasing each other, throwing colored powder, that's the gulal, and of course colored water. There's laughter, music, everyone shouting, "Holy high!" It's electric.
You can practically feel the energy through those pictures.
Absolutely.
But all those colors, they're not just random, are they?
No, not at all. Each one carries a meaning.
Okay.
So traditionally, red, that's love, fertility. Blue, that's very much connected to Krishna. Yellow, it's piety, knowledge. And green, that's spring, new beginnings, nature. It's fascinating how those colors link to such big ideas.
Now, our sources also talk about how the colors themselves have changed over time.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting development.
Can you tell us about that?
So originally, the colors, they came from nature. Turmeric for that vibrant yellow, indigo for deep blues, flowers, herbs, spices, all sorts of things.
Really?
Yeah. But then, with industrialization, the synthetic colors, they became more common. But now, and this is great, there's this push to go back to natural, eco-friendly options.
I was going to say, I bet there are some concerns about, the environment, hell.
Exactly. Sustainability is a big topic now, and for good reason.
Now, we can't talk about an Indian festival without talking about the food.
Oh, absolutely not. Food is a huge part of the experience.
What are some of the specialties that people enjoy during Holi?
So it's all about sharing, enjoying these treats with loved ones. One of the classics is gujia.
Okay.
It's a sweet dumpling, usually filled with khoya, which is solidified milk, and nuts, dried fruits.
Sounds amazing.
Oh, it is. And then you have things like dahi bala, these lentil fritters soaked in yogurt. So good.
Oh, wow.
And malpua, sweet pancakes drizzled with syrup. And then there's thandai, this amazing drink with milk, almonds, spices. It's super refreshing.
Sounds like a feast.
Oh, yeah.
But there's more to Holi than just the fun and food, isn't there?
You got it. There's this deeper aspect, maybe less obvious, but just as important.
What's that?
It's a time for forgiveness, reconciliation. People let go of old grudges, mend relationships, just embrace each other.
That's beautiful.
It is. Even the act of putting color on someone, it's like this gesture of goodwill, leaving the past behind, starting fresh. It builds a stronger sense of community.
I love that. Everyone covered in the same colors. It's like it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from.
Exactly. It's a powerful symbol of unity.
Now, we've been talking about Holi as this one thing, but I'm guessing it's not celebrated the exact same way all over India.
You're absolutely right. There are all these regional variations, which makes it even richer, you know?
Yeah.
Like in Braj, the region connected to Krishna, the celebrations can go on for days. Elaborate rituals, performances. It's really woven into the fabric of the place.
Wow.
And then there's Lathmar Holi in Barsana and Nangon.
That one sounds familiar.
Women playfully hit men with sticks. It's a unique tradition with its own history and social context.
Each region bringing its own flavor to the celebration.
Exactly.
Our sources also touch on something really interesting, how Holi is becoming more and more recognized globally.
Yeah, it's great to see that message of joy, unity, good over evil, resonating with people all over the world.
But I'm guessing that comes with its own challenges.
For sure. You know, the use of those synthetic colors, the potential harm to health and the environment, the amount of water used, those are all things people are thinking about.
Makes sense.
But the good news is there are more and more efforts to celebrate in a responsible way, using natural colors, conserving water.
So to sum it all up, Holi is a festival that combines mythology, tradition, a sense of community, this timeless message of renewal.
Yeah, it's spring, it's hope, it's unity, it's forgiveness. It's really something special.
Even with all the changes over time, those core values, they really shine through.
They do.
It makes you think, in our world today, so connected but often so divided, what can we learn from traditions like Holi? How can we build that sense of community, renew ourselves, overcome negativity, even if it's just through a shared splash of color? It's something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.